What's up, everyone? Ken Christopher here, and as you can tell, we are about to enter summer months. And here in Gilroy, the garlic capital of the world, that means it's time to brush up on how to make our favorite garlic festival food. Now, today, we're gonna make my favorite meal, and that's a garlic pepper steak sandwich. When making a garlic pepper steak sandwich, you're going to be sure to have only the freshest ingredients. Let's get started. First, we're gonna take care to season our steak. So let's go ahead and drizzle a little bit of olive oil on each side. And then we're gonna add a little bit of pepper, I should say, and some salt to each side, really bringing out the flavor. At this point, we're gonna turn to our stove and we're gonna cook really hot and really fast for 2 minutes on each side. While at the stovetop, we're gonna wanna make sure to hear a nice sizzling sound. That means your pan is at heat and ready to cook our steak for 2 minutes each side. Let's go ahead, set our timer, and then check it out later. Now, while the steak is going, it's time to prepare the delicious ingredients that are gonna join it inside our garlic pepper steak sandwiches. Okay, now is the time to go into our sauté pan, and let's go ahead and add some butter and our pre-sliced peppers and onions. We're gonna go ahead and saute for about 8 minutes. So while that's sauteing, let's turn our attention back to our steaks, which needs to be turned at this point. And we should see a nice, there we go, crisp char on one side that's gonna lock in the flavors when we head into the oven. Now at this point, you might be tempted to add the garlic a little bit too early, but we don't wanna do that because the onions and the peppers are gonna take a little bit longer to cook down. And we don't want to burn our garlic because we want to make sure we're capturing all that true quintessential California flavor. Now that our vegetables are going nicely, it is time to transfer our steak from the pan and the stovetop into the oven. Remember, preset at 425 degrees, and we're going in for 8 minutes for a nice medium rare finish. All right, now that we've been sauteing for about 10 minutes, it is time for my favorite part, adding in sensational California heirloom garlic, brought to you by Christopher Ranch. Now we're gonna saute the garlic with the peppers, the onions, the butter, and the olive oil for just 2 minutes, so not too long in the pan. Now, in order to prevent your garlic from browning and caramelizing too much, you need to keep everything moving around. And make sure that your heat is set to between low and medium. Now be sure to keep an eye on it because before you know it, 2 minutes is gonna fly by. Let's go ahead and transfer our sandwich stuffing into a bowl while we prepare our steak. At this point, we should have something looking like this. All right, now going to the oven. Let's go ahead, shut the oven off. Be very careful and pull out our steak. We are going to remove from the pan, but it's critical to let the steak rest for at least a couple of minutes. And that way, all the flavor is going to develop most appropriately. Now that our steak is rested for a couple minutes, let's go ahead and make some thin slices. Using a nice sharp knife, add our steak to our toasted French roll. Personally, I like to use an air fryer. I find that I can get the job done in just under 10 minutes with that. And then we're gonna add our garlic, our sauteed onions, and our sauteed bell peppers. Simple enough, take both sides, bring them together, and you have yourself a Gilroy Garlic Festival pepper steak sandwich. So be sure to go out to your favorite local market, get these fresh ingredients, and let's start summer right. Thank you guys so much for believing in American farmers, and as always, go garlic.